All right. Hello, everyone. This is Max Sklar of the Local Maximum coming to you live today on YouTube. We're going to do something a little bit differently today because I already did the interview for episode 61 of the Local Maximum. But every time I do an interview, I also record an introduction. So I thought I'd do that live on YouTube today. That way I have another video. I also have my Local Maximum mug right here. So that's good. Some nice tea into it. So I just want to explain to all of you who are watching today what episode 61 is going to be about and why you should download it, listen to it when it comes out on April 8th. So first of all, wow, thank you for all those people who listened last week to last week's episode with Hillary Mason of Cloudera Labs on the art and science of machine learning and data. I got a lot of new people listening to the show last week, and now I'm really going to throw you all for a loop because you're going to get something very different today. But I kind of want all of you to stay so that you can get out of your previous Local Maximum. So last week I ventured out from this year, the Local Maximum home base here in Brooklyn. And I went out to Long Island, New York, still in New York, and I spoke to Michael Bronspiegel. Now, Michael is the editor of the Facebook group Capitalism. You might guess from that name that it's a political group, and sometimes it's a controversial group. And he says that Facebook has been shadow banning his group and destroyed the business that he had around it. Now, you're not going to get a sob story here today. Michael is, and he points this out, he's doing quite well for himself. But it kind of makes me wonder, and it should make you wonder, what is going on here? These platforms have so much influence over what we see every day and how we form our view of the world. And even if Michael's page isn't your cup of tea, you kind of have to ask yourself, do I really want to outsource my filtering and information to either the algorithms or specific decisions made by folks at Facebook HQ or any other tech company for that matter? Now, if you want to know where you should go for lunch, I would say, yes, outsource your opinion to Foursquare. And I'll have another recommender system related to podcasts to show you soon enough. But at least these recommender systems are transparent. And most importantly, they're non-monopolistic. So in the case of Facebook, I think that we really have to be careful. This here is a really great example of a story that is kind of being discussed nationally, but within the internet companies, within the tech world, within the software and social networking companies' employees, nobody cares about Michael's story, but he cares a lot. And he's greatly affected by what we do. So isn't that interesting? And this is right down to him mentioning Bitly's tools. Like, I thought there was going to be no overlap between last week's episode and this week's episode. Last week when I spoke to Hillary Mason, I remember when she used to work at Bitly and give talks about their tools. Michael was one of those people who were using those tools. Again, it seems like we don't care about him. He cares about us. Very interesting. So I urge you to listen to his full story. Yes, it was on Fox News, as we say, but Fox News gave him all of 5 seconds of screen time to tell his story. So this is in depth. This is the whole shebang. Michael Bronspiegel, again, is the owner of the Capitalism Facebook page, and you can find his stuff on capitalismisfreedom.org. Okay, so that was the introduction to the episode, and when April 8th rolls along, and I'll put that at the bottom there, a link. Right now, you can just go to localmaxradio.com. If you go to localmaxradio.com/61, right now it won't work, but by April 8th, if you go to localmaxradio.com/61, it will work to go to that page. Also, subscribe to the Local Maximum, and when it comes out, you can hear this story. And it really is worth your time, and I'd like to get your feedback on it. Also, don't forget, Michael's Capitalism webpage is capitalismisfreedom.org, and the show notes are going to be at localmaxradio.com/61. I often get a lot of feedback on these. Did I push back too hard enough? Did I not push back enough? Now that you've done the interview, what's your view of X? So happy to accept your feedback, localmaxradio@gmail.com. And if you want me to answer a question, and let me know if you do. If you want me to answer your question actually, on a future show, then I will consider doing that. Or you know what? I will do that unless the question is, well, within reason. Okay, that's a good one to go, within reason. So no, I think there's going to be a lot of response, and I look forward to it. Have a great week, everyone.